And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Green 18. Here we go. Plant. Hey, 626. Hey, box drop. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Now a carry for Portis. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 88. Hey, Haywood. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. All right. Watch the safety screen.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a draw play. It's Portis. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
39 yards there, a big one.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
6-6, pull it high. Check 24, check 24. He's checking.
On first down, Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They come out here in the I. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down now, it's Johnson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Slam. Shift. Lion. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. Caught by Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Orbit. 25 to Mike. We'll go now. Lynn. I'm coming. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Box it. 26. Coming to you. Check 3.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He gets this one to Johnson. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Always got some breathing room. 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, 626. Plant.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Jump out.
At the 35.
Hey, Steve, 6.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm scared. Here. Go get it. Go get it. Tyson. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. 81.
Now Wentz going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. This secondary has been roasted in this first half. And they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Watch twist. Shit. Protein spill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Sick guy. Go. Sick guy. Chest. 25. Check 25.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Johnson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He's crashing. He's checking. 40.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. From the gun on third down, wins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A run with Portis. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll run here with Connor. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, Bun. Get wide. Kill.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Johnson, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Well, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Box it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check. Lucky. We're not getting it. Check.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Go. Waiting. Check three.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
82.
Now Wentz. He finds his man Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Sunday. Check 99. Go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Greg 57. Hey, exit. Greg. 5'9".
Wentz going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They run. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, he'll buy some time right, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Bravo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's coming. Mike 54.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run it here with Portis, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7. And it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, wahoo!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's Portis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
apartment, your project. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold as shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chill. My jewelry cold as steel. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that coach slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. Put it in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that coach slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. Put it in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that coach slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Run up the cash.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing, winning that Lombardi. And being perfect in practice is the first step.
Let's go. 50, plant.
ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Get ready, dog.
All right. 18 Gator. Get it. All right. Ready.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know what makes pop.
Big River. Big River.
Still in your ear with a sun so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials.
Go set. 10 low row.
Rocking over pearls and instruments.
Hit it.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. Let it rock. Turn it up. We're giving a show. But can you rock it like rock?
Down.
What you talking about?
60
Space
Pittsburgh.
out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Counter of what?
Ready.
When it was time, you got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about
Ready.
and you know we
60
got
outlaw.
control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the double
Now.
A. And you know we can't wait for ring spins. A-star quizzes, A-final. Vocals we align, we move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns.
Set. 18 Gator.
Your chest man. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll
I'll go.
insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we bling with the sound is our thing.
Shoot.
The kings of all crown. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep it
Here we
flow.
go.
Can you rock it
90
like
Wolf.
rocket? What you
Go,
talking
go.
about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rocket? Of what kind?
Ready. 8 Reed. Set.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Come on. Set. 10 2-star. 5. Set. Ready. 70 Indy. Set. Go.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Here we go. Here we go. 30 base. Head up.
But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind.
On the ball.
Can you rock it
On
like
the
rocket?
ball. On the set.
What kind?
Get it. And
Can you rock it like rocket fuel?
let's go now. 60 orange. Leaf River. Leaf River.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asked
Let's
my
go.
name, huh?
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you,
Hit it.
like challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm on, I can spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade
Head up.
with you.
50
And I
plant.
gotta come clean like I
There you
gotta
go.
come. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support.
Ready, ready.
Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like
Got it.
streaks. Competition shouldn't take shots, take no.
Now.
Putting live from the winning side. Keep a different vibe. It's you down the ride, down the tide. You will never know. You ain't never tried.
Here we
Work
go.
it out.
Set. 18 Gator.
Shoot.
Shoot.
That. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week.
lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Hit beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. season. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big on the job, you can see